Is that how to come out?
What's up, guys? It's Jera here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Lesbian Visibility Day. Well, the day you're watching it may not in fact be if I don't get this video done and up in time, but Thursday, April 26th is Lesbian Visibility Day, so let's make a video. Okay, I've been getting asked quite a few times this question, which is crazy. It seems crazy to me because I'm no expert on this, but I mean, I have done it, so here we go. How to come out. How do you come out? How do you do it, and when do you do it? We'll do the when do you do it. There's no right time for anybody. No one time fits every single person's life. Everybody lives. If you hear panting, it's Freckles. He's being dramatic. The AC is on. We love a dramatic queen, don't we? There is no one right time for everybody. Everybody's got their own stuff you have to work out in here before you don't ever have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You don't ever have to if you really don't want to. You could just be yourself and do what you want and live your life that way. That is one way that you definitely can come out, is just be yourself, and you ask somebody out, you date them, whatever. You don't ever have to tell anybody anything. It's like a gift you get to give somebody that you care about, is to let them inside and know more about you, if you do choose to tell somebody, because it is a scary thing. It's terrifying. I don't understand why it's so hard. It's crazy that it's so hard for us to tell somebody, especially the first time. Is terrifying. I know when I did it in stages. In order to become more comfortable with myself, I had to cut people out of my life that I felt like when I shared things with them, or I told things about myself with them, and not necessarily even being gay, like we're talking like lower level stuff, that they would either make fun of me, judge me, or make me feel really bad about myself. It took a lot of years for me to work those people all out of my life. And by the time I did, there really only was one or two people left in my life that I felt like get to know me and weren't going to make me feel terrible about something that I can't change. So it took me in ways years to tell Brandon that I had feelings for girls, that all of that was going on in here, and I was so conflicted, confused, not sure what that meant. Like, how can you love somebody but like it's not right, but nothing's wrong? So like, how do you break up? Like, do you want to break up because you still love them, you want to be with them, you want to, like, because a lot of times when you break up with somebody, that's it, that's over. But luckily in my case, that wasn't it. So one of the first things that I did, so I'll tell you my story. I don't know if this is helpful. Oh my gosh. You have to feel comfortable with yourself. So ways that I made myself feel comfortable. I ended up, like, I had so many feelings inside of me, unsure of what to do, that I wrote a love story about a girl that didn't really exist, but just my, say, obsession with girls in general. And I even made it at the end, like, she goes back and dates a guy at the end, because I felt like it would never, my life, it felt like that would never be my story. I would always be too afraid to do it. No! Every video I cry. Why do I cry all the time? I'm such a baby. I have too many feelings. Jera Sky, too many feelings.
Too many
say that you're fine when you're not.
So I never thought, so that was the first way in which I really put myself in a weird place and put it out there. Only thing like I'd ever put so much energy into.
Sort of.
That was such a big deal for me, and I wrote a gay love story. Yeah, but I had to put it somewhere.
SOS. Locate DJL. What he says. Damn it.
And that's how I chose to start down the path of but that's when I felt like, when I wrote that story, I was like, it's okay. I love me. I'm allowed to have these feelings. There's nothing wrong with it. If people think I'm gay, that's fine, whatever. Who cares? Nobody cared about my book anyway, so it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. It was a big, huge thing for me, and it didn't even matter. It didn't matter. And that was quite a few years ago. And then last year, I finally was like, you know, I need to own it. I need to, like, tell Brandon, and I told him, I'm bisexual, I like girls, because I felt like, how do I explain away having been in relationships with men before? So I just was like, it's not a lie that I was attracted to men, but now when I pay attention to the things, it's like I'm not. It felt like, I feel like the more I have become myself, the less that's true, that was ever true, that I was playing a part, that I was playing a role, that I felt like to not draw as much attention to me because I already felt weird enough. we're working a lot of stuff out when I'm doing these videos. Oh my gosh. So I told him, and first he did not believe me, and then he did, and then he was like, he was cool with it. I think that was like, I told him after we had broken up. We had already broken up, and that's why I finally felt like I need to tell him, because going forward, the likelihood of me dating a girl is high. It was guaranteed. It was guaranteed. The next person I was gonna date was probably gonna be a girl. Not that I was even like, I have anybody, but like I knew. I just, you know what, I knew. So I told him, because I was like, how do I explain this later? And he's like, what the? So I told him, because I finally felt okay, and he accepted it, and he still loved me, and it made me feel okay. But it also took, I wrote that book, and it just settled everything inside of me, all the things that I felt. When I finally felt okay with myself, that's when I felt okay to tell somebody else. And even still, I told somebody that I really did care about, that I wanted to know. Then I made a video for YouTube, and then had to deal with a lot of comments from that, which was stressful. Which, I mean, you don't have to share videos, but I just felt like the videos helped me so much that that's why I made it. And then even then, after I did that and I went on my trip around the world, like I was like certain, I was like, oh my god, I'm so gay. Like, how have I missed this? How did I lie to everybody and myself for so long? So I was like, well, I'm okay with it, but I'm just like, what do I do now? Now I told everybody I'm bisexual, and I totally don't feel like that. I hate it, because that's the stereotype, is that people who are bisexual are just not willing to say that, and I don't believe that's true. I 100% believe that there are people that are attracted to men and attracted to women. I'm not trying to do any sort of bisexual erasure. Apparently it's very common for lesbians to go through that period of thinking that they might be bisexual because if they were attracted to men, or to explain how they did have relationships with men, that can be a step on the way, which sucks. I know it sucks, but I want to say that I'm not erasing bisexuality. I 100% think that's valid, and I 100% believe it's true that some people are like that. I have met people like that. It is definitely real. Anybody that's trying to explain that away, you just haven't met a real bisexual yet. Like, oh my god. And then recently I was like, hey guys, like I gotta tell you something. Like I had to change up my content, because you know what? I feel like I've been playing a part, I'm lying, and there's like a whole huge part of me that I'm keeping away that, you know? So I told you guys finally, and after I did that, I feel like everything just settled into place. And after and before I made that video, I told Brandon, and that was like the most my heart has ever raced, I think ever. And I told him, I was like, I'm so gay. And yeah, he was just like, what? Like he was kind of confused, and then but then he was like, great. And then, because at first when you first tell somebody, they don't always give you the response you want, you know, but like sometimes it take a couple days, maybe take a couple weeks, a couple days later, like he's just like, yeah, you are. How did I miss it?
She's gay. Oh my god. She is so gay.
It's just, you know, I'm like, how did I miss it? I don't know. Like, you just, society, life, make it difficult to be entirely who you want to be. Look at me. How many people do you meet? How many people do you know that don't live the life that they want to live? If you're okay in here, that's the time when you can choose to tell somebody if you want to live who you are in here, out here. I can't recommend it more, because doing it released so much anger and tension I had in my body for so long that, like, I feel like there's just this ease that came of just being like, oh, everybody knows it's fine. It wasn't as big a deal as I made it out to be. I love me. If anything, people are so thankful that I did it, because I can help you now, and you can see how much struggle it can be, and it's fine. Like, everything's gonna be okay. Everything will be okay. Just know that. And if you tell somebody that doesn't approve of it, you don't have to keep them in your life. If anything, you know who to kick them to the curb, you know? You don't need somebody in your life that makes you feel bad about being who you are. Is that how to come out? How do you do it? That was how I did it, I guess. Like, find ways to feel as much love for yourself, so that way when you tell somebody, no matter what their reaction is, it doesn't change how you feel about yourself. Because if you're at a place where you're like, oh, I don't know, and then you just tell people because you're scared, whatever, and you're like, and then they have a horrible reaction to it, and then you feel worse about it, like, that's not good. That's, like, there's no point in doing that to yourself, you know? You don't have to do that. You don't have to tell anybody, like I said, until you're ready. And some of us, it just takes so much longer. It takes so much longer. Hello, thank you, please, that's me. It took me forever. It's okay, you're gonna be fine, and it's okay okay if it comes later and it's, you know, you didn't know. Your first relationship, you didn't figure it out. Your second relationship, you didn't figure out. Your third relationship, you didn't figure out. Maybe you got to like your 7th one before you got there. It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I hope this helps. You know, like Lesbian Visibility Day, society puts us under so many restrictions, and it's not even about being gay, just about being who you want to be on the outside, because of who you know you are on the inside is one of the hardest things to do in life, but it is, I think, your ultimate goal in life. Yeah, you would travel, you want to make money, whatever. Ultimately, being as happy about who you are and feeling okay to be who you are on the outside and being able to live your life how you want to live should be your ultimate goal. Your happiness should be your ultimate goal. Because why live an unhappy life? Why let other people make your life unhappy? They don't have to live your life. You do. Make it as happy as you possibly can. Try to love yourself as much as you possibly can, and know that anybody who is not wanting you to be a certain way is because they're jealous because they can't be the way that they want to be. So don't add to that in the world. Don't be that kind of person in the world that makes other people feel bad about who they are. If you don't like things about people, focus on the people that you do love and that you do like. The more love you spread, the more everybody's gonna spread love. Stop spreading the hate. Stop spreading the judgment. Focus on the people that you adore in life. You adore how open and fun and everything that they are, and you'll get more of that in the world, and you'll bring that more of that into your life. All right, guys, I hope you like this video. My battery is about to die, so we're gonna cut it off. Happy Lesbian Visibility Day, and you know what? Not just the lesbians, to anybody in the LGBTQ plus community and anybody who's afraid to be themselves, just in general. Do you, be you, love you, have the best life, live more. I'm Jera, sky's the limit. Woo! And I want to add one more thing. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JeraSky. Hit the bell for notifications because I make videos whenever the I feel like, so there's no schedule here. You need those notifications so you know when you can be here and you can be the first one to write that first comment, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're not subscribed, subscribe. What you doing? Hey,